Hello, and on the gaming table today, we're taking a look at indirect fire in Command Decision Tester Battle. So indirect fire happens with things like artillery and mortars, anything that has numbers in the IDF column of the datasheet. So here you can see 8cm mortar and 105mm field howitzer, both have numbers there, they can do indirect fire. Indirect fire happens in the artillery phase, which is at the very beginning of a turn, and your artillery can either be organic artillery or supporting artillery. Basically, organic artillery is, say, part of your battalion, like your battalion mortars or your battalion field guns, whereas supporting artillery is your artillery battalion. That's separate from your infantry battalion. Now, to engage in this kind of fire, the target needs to be in range and also it needs to be spotted. Spotted here means that you're putting spotting rounds in and getting on target, and it's a little bit harder to do with supporting artillery than organic artillery because of the communications effects, but basically all of that's done in a kind of a spotting role, and it just makes the process quite simple here. So organic, easier to call in, supporting, harder to call in. Once fire has been called in effectively, you've made your spotting roll and the artillery is on target, then you're firing for effect using artillery templates. Against each of the IDF values here, you can see the number on the right, the 2 inches, is the size of the artillery template. It's a 2-inch square. So what you do is you put those down on the table, and then any targets in that template will be attacked by the artillery value. The success number, which is called the HE burst number here, is the number in brackets. In this case, it's a 5. So I need a 5 or less on a D10 to affect the target unit. However, it will be modified by cover. And then once we know what that modified number is, we roll for hits. After we've got some hits, we roll for effect, and also any target in that HE template will be suppressed. Even if it's otherwise unaffected by the fire, it will still be suppressed. Now, artillery can also fire smoke as indirect fire. We're not going to go over that here, but basically things in the rules will talk about this, how smoke lands, how it's affected by local wind conditions, and so on. But yes, it is possible to create smoke screens at the tactical level here. Okay, so that covers indirect fire and Command Decision Tester Battle. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you again real soon.